I wanted to be using
That's all I would say.
It's hard.
How would you we can talk to Jack.
buttons is not 35.
I got a 20 over signal.
Whatever the number is.
Could I hear something on the radio besides?
There are
Something weird. Mouse or something.
and then just click on that link and it leads you to the website.
Getting to live counts plus.
I am going to go. Are you going to be there?
Try to bring the
It's okay with that too. So that's what we were going to do. We're going to do it for the next couple of months until we get up to
trailer. So I figured that I'll either show up there and then do third-party traffic with HG.
I'm already fine.
There for that, then I'll put the house and third-party
Turn it
traffic.
out to you.
Make it easy.
What we'll do is get
Support you. You show up to all those places. You show up every.
Well, I tried. Noticed I this year. It's like I can't help it.
And then 3 or 4 days later, he will send out the. So I think
And you can see that.
They also do it 7 to 6.
structured in that time frame. Or something, or not necessarily a particular date.
I've been
So certain time of the month,
what I do now.
send everything. They got more than 2 or 3 days to put something on. You guys can work it out.
That is great. It's supposed to be like a mobile.
There's a lot of
huh?
conversation.
Yeah, these other guys knew.
Go out.
One.
Doesn't know.
Like mobile.
I was up in.
How's that?
So, yeah, so that's. Just letting know that we're there. Somebody up to do it.
That's what.
You know.
5 miles out.
Buy some wire.
Restriction on the number of the tuner for addresses.
And we got 200 people.
And out, got a 2 meter.
You want to do?
600 watt amp.
No.
Dude, the radios work really well.
He was kind of wanting to go. He's going to have he's going to about nominations coming up.
There.
So
Here.
he's planning on staying on for
Really?
Finally, it came out.
this liaison, and I'm just going to
See what other people like that tuner.
not doing this anymore.
Never seen it.
That's raining up here.
Let him
Just
so
I use it. You're bouncing around.
Sorry.
Just, I bypassed though, all that. They had it wound up. And done.
The pool boy.
It's
Different antennas.
been an hour and a half out there just trying to get it all straightened back out. I couldn't get it.
Whatever it takes.
I don't know how you do
There's
it.
no misfits. On MSN
Ray. Oh, how are you doing?
So three.
How long has it been?
The background screen was.
How long has it been?
They were out of
It feels like
Ray did.
files we have. The rumor. For that. The radio. Giving me.
I listen a lot. I'm
When you're in, you checking in.
Like 7-10. It works. Yeah, I need to know if it's a nice wear it out.
Freezer.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. I lose what
Radios.
Oh, yeah. Ready for it to cool off.
Same here.
Got a little taste of that.
Let's get it short.
See if everything works. Okay.
Program come out and everything.
Definitely coming from.
I don't know.
Anything else?
I'm not a.
Listen to most.
I know.
4 tabs.
I have the car as close as I can. Looking at electric. Car. Yeah. Sending it to put one more seal. Slide out.
Tab is MSN shirt.
Thing is something else.
Sure. What's another project?
Tea exercises.
Trip way down to Tulsa.
Yeah, it's at this time of night. I just
You
started.
know, little parks in casino, but you can go for rides or something. You use it. It's not too far away.
So what power you want to run?
The clearly doing more.
I didn't want to wear it. They knew who I was.
Time zone.
Camping.
Tell you I got my stuff. 91.
What we did.
I lived in,
$1,000 trip.
The cables in Saturday.
so in the summer, smack.
Idaho. Power down, you don't have to ride.
Oh, yeah.
Good, you know.
Get anywhere.
Oh, really? Well.
And they use well now.
Like a knee. Yeah.
Stand with top.
Got the Aries.
Fire had scholars or so.
See, you're in the chair. All right, so microphone. Good news.
Sat there for years.
Gordon, do you need help with anything?
Said, hey,
He was doing almost the same thing I
dog game was cool.
was. Were you talking to him?
We ever had a slider on top of
Yeah, it's kind of fall to Oregon. I'm stopping when we the axis turns.
4 3/4.
Skip.
Some of that'll come back.
You didn't pick somebody.
I was on 50.
So I've got so many.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
It's
And
not.
they don't want to take me into senior design, physics, combination.
Well, that's a safety.
Sure.
Somewhere up north.
And then Corning Industries. Somebody like that.
I always look to see what kind of goodies you got. Need to be on there. Well, some people say I got a lot of hot air.
Reverse, that's got it 1 for 5 reverse.
I wanted to try it
Stock
out.
price was 7. And then like weeks.
Junior is a piece of crap. Is it yours or is that his?
No, that's Kai's.
I just want that to sit on the desk.
South.
But they don't make them anymore, unfortunately.
I did. Sold some at 100, some at 300.
So it's.
Sir.
I'm sure we provide a lot of motion.
Sometimes you need one.
I still had 140.
You're not the airways.
Some reverse blessing.
Got a new one.
Now I'm just the American businessman.
I'm trying to buy a new
Printed specifically with
Friends that live there. Young one.
Did video equipment at my church made us like a real professional setup.
That's cool.
Chickens.
Okay. It's like going the second time.
Good movie.
Have a few left here.
Here, you can hang on to those if somebody. Like right there.
Just give me an announcement before we start.
Yeah.
Well, you can send QFC. What you want. Attention.
Really?
Okay, we're gonna get started. And Joplin is here now, WB5BST, so we can get started now. We can get started now, you're here.
You got the message.
I did.
Wait for Ben.
All right, we're gonna get this show on the road at 7 o'clock. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. So I'm Mark Adams. I'm WA5MA. I am the president of the club. We also have our first VP here,
Jack, W5JHC.
our second VP,
Hi, Kilo Yankee 5, Victor Alfa Romeo.
and our secretary extraordinaire.
Whiskey 5 out Whiskey Sierra, Andrew.
And we have our treasurer here.
Jerry, KE5PMK.
And we have, we are graced with the president of TRO right there. I think, are you gonna be 2026 too?
Yeah.
Probably.
Unless we can find some other dummy that they get.
He doesn't know
Yeah,
yet.
the fix is in. All right, let's see, who else do we have here? Let's see, I think, well, let's see, Paul Teal is not here. He is our Areas Emergency Coordinator for Tulsa County. He's not here tonight. David Kennedy is here, and there's Remmel. Hey, Remmel, we can get started now. And David Kennedy's here. He is working with Paul to do repeater maintenance and keep the repeater systems up and running. James Plumley is also here with TEMA. And let's see, did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Oh, Greg is our repeater trustee, W5GGW. I think that's it. So let's go around the room and, oh, did I miss somebody?
Mark.
Ooh, what? Oh, Bart, yep, he's hiding behind the president there. Our public service liaison, Bart and 5TWB. So, Kenny,
AC5MJ.
we got Jerry, we got James, Remmel.
Rummel KA6DO1, also known as Yankee Oscar Delta 6 Alpha Kilo.
Okay.
Secret. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
KK5EDD.
Bart, N5TWB. Chad and 5 LPR.
Robert, KI5 WTD.
Cody, KJ5 JDO.
Paul, K5 EHM.
Mr. President.
Gary, KK7 HIR.
Jeffrey, KJ7 JTU.
Gabe, KJ5 JW.
And K5 CAY. Robbie, W5 RML.
Rich, WA5 ZQG.
Daryl, K5 NYT.
Jason, KG5 UKL.
Gary, AC5 JM.
Sam, KJ5 BJR.
WK5 BBE.
Your turn, Mark.
Oh, KD5 SMF, Mark.
Kai, KY5 VAR.
Linda, KI5 BYF.
CJ, WW0 CJ.
What happened to your shirt?
Hmm?
Oh, that's not a TARC shirt. Okay. I thought, who does the laundry at your house? Go ahead.
KI5 UTN.
You are Carolyn?
Janice.
Janice, that's right.
KI5 HJR.
We'll go back up here. Back up here.
Mike, KG5 YKM.
WK5F.
Greg, W5 PGW.
Ben, WB5 BSC.
David, N5 DNK.
Gary, KI5 RQJ.
Good. Does everybody have an agenda? Everybody's got an agenda. Okay, good. All right, got a good crowd. I like it. Let's see, we got introductions out of the way. Club business is, if you are a member, I'm sorry, Ed, are you, this is your first time coming to a meeting?
In about 6 years.
Been a while. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Anybody else, this is their first time? Or anybody else been here after 10 years, 6 years? Good, welcome. Is everybody getting the newsletter? If you are a club member, you should be getting the newsletter. Is everybody getting the newsletter? Yep. Make sure. In case you have not heard, which you probably haven't, I think only the club officers know. Our newsletter editor, Richie, W5OKL, has been in the hospital now for probably about a week or so. He's had some issues, and it was one of those things that he was not feeling good, called his daughter. Daughter took him to the urgent care. Urgent care said, go to the ER, and they admitted him right away. So I talked to him about a week ago. He didn't sound very good, and he wanted to let me know that he had not done the newsletter for the month of September. That's why you got it late. I think you've sent it out yesterday. Yeah. So you should have a newsletter, but it's just late. And he also backed out of, he was on the Green Country Hamfest committee. He's backed out of that also. So I don't know how old he is, but he did not sound good when I talked to him on the phone, and I've not heard anything since. So you might want to just keep him in your thoughts and your prayers.
Who is that?
Richie,
Oh.
Richie Schroff, W5OKL. Yeah. Yes. So we're looking for another newsletter editor. I did it this time, and it's just an abbreviated version of the newsletter just so we could get it out. And if you read it, you know about Richie. So we are going to be looking for another newsletter editor. If you know anything about Word or WordPress or anything like that, that's fine. We've had a couple of people that have volunteered to take over the newsletter. And so we're going to give it a few more days, and then we'll go from there. All right. Any questions? Okay. So we need to approve the July meeting minutes. And any just, hello? Hello?
I'm not here.
It was spam.
So any discussion about or any questions about the July meeting minutes? No, nope. Motion to approve the minutes?
All sign.
KY5 VAR.
Second?
Five VAR.
Second. 85 SMF, second.
A
85 SMF.
85 SMF.
It's
Yeah, get some. All those in favor of approving the July minutes?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Nope. Okay, the July financials were also in the July newsletter. And before we do that, Jerry, you want to give us an update on the financials?
Yes, we got both July and August approved tonight since.
Okay.
And the ice cream social last month, but currently here for September, this point in September. Not much change from August. This is typical, very slow time. We've had total of, I think, five members have paid so far. Excuse me, 6. So far this month. And so we stand at a balance of $13,760 as of tonight. That'd be 204 members. Kind of a side note, quorum would be 41 members, so. The sinking fund and at $6,800, $6,846.
Okay.
As of the moment.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, that's it.
Okay, that's wonderful. I like it. Any questions about the financials, July or August? A motion to approve both months?
Motion to approve 85 SMF.
Delta 5 Sierra Mike Foxtrot.
Yep.
Anybody second?
I'll second that. 85 JDO.
Juliet 5.
Juliet Delta Oscar.
Oscar.
All those in favor of approving the financials?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Good. Okay. Good with that. The Maker Faire. We had the Maker Faire back in the last weekend in August, I think it was. Do we have somebody to give us a quick rundown on the Maker Faire? We do. All right. Of course.
Just happened to have somebody.
Yeah.
All told, I mean, yes, volunteered. Okay. So the Maker Faire, for those that don't know what the Maker Faire is, it's a family-friendly festival that celebrates invention, creativity, resourcefulness by bringing creators or hobbyists or enthusiasts to kind of show their projects, the things they do, which is really easy for us because we're amateur radio. So how many people in the room have done or been to a Maker's Faire before ever? All right. How many have supported the Maker's Faire and actually worked the event? All right, awesome. Love seeing that. So I challenge everybody to do that. But what I really want you to know is we brought the trailer out. We got kids on the air. We let people touch, feel, see things that they don't get to see every day. Ton of third-party contacts. We had Mr. Digital out there showing all of his things digital, 17 included, and so much different things he had. Linda did some CW teaching where she was teaching kids how to Morse their name out and actually let them dot, dit, thou, however that thing works, Kai. And really, if you've never sat there on the other side watching it, it's really cool just to see all the people just come and stop because they just sit there and talk for hours and hours, it felt like. So it's a ton of fun. A lot of great ideas came out of it too. So if you were there or if you've been to one, If you could send Linda some thoughts or ideas of how we may make it better next year, she'd really appreciate that. And even if you do 3D printed stuff, maybe you can come, show some of those things off out there. But a big thank you for those that came out to help. A big thank you for those that didn't come out to help, but actually helped work third-party traffic over there, because that's a big piece of it too, to get the kids on there. And then I challenge everybody at least try to do that next year. If you can't come out there for a full day, maybe an hour or two, that'd be awesome. But even if you can do some over-the-air work, that's the big part of it. And I'll yield my time in less than 10 minutes.
So 5 minutes. Thank you.
Just stay here for next one.
And yeah, you might as well just stay there. Just give me a minute. I promise I won't go longer than a minute. Also too, this weekend coming up, we have the Tinkerfest at the Discovery Lab, which is basically the same thing as the Maker Faire. The trailer will be out there. We'll be making third-party contacts. We give the certificates. Linda's going to be doing CW. It's basically, wash, rinse, repeat of the Maker Faire. So I know that there's going to be a few people in here that are going to be out there. Kai will be there. Linda will be there. I don't know if Jack's going to be there. You're bringing out the trailer.
Yeah, I'll be there for a little bit.
Yep. And is anybody else interested in coming out for a little bit? It runs from 9:30 to about 3 o'clock or so. And so we'll be looking for people to make third-party contacts. Again, it's just like the Maker Faire. So anybody available? What?
Where is this?
At the Discovery Lab. It's at the very north end of the Discovery Lab. And it'll be out, there's a little parking lot area there where you drive in to the parking lot that circles all the way around the backside. There's a little turn in, and it'll be right there at the north end of the Discovery Lab. So we're looking for help. Anybody available, even just for a few minutes?
If I don't go to Enid for the Hamfest, I'll come out.
Okay.
Isn't that at the Riverside Drive?
Yes.
It's at the River Parks.
Outside of Riverside Parks.
It's just south of the just south of the gathering
Okay,
place.
right at the gathering place, south.
Just south of it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought that's.
So does that mean you're gonna be there?
Oh, what day is it tomorrow? Saturday?
Saturday,
Saturday?
9:30 to 3. But if you can come out for an hour, that's good enough.
I'll try to as well. I'll try
Okay,
Saturday.
great. All right, thank you. Okay, the Dan John bike ride. Sorry, I went a little over a minute.
Oh, you're good. Anybody here participate as a SAG for Dan Jam? Raise your hand. 4 or 5 people? Awesome. Anybody ever SAG before? Anybody know what SAG is? So
Right now.
So Damgen's another one of really great bike rides. It's a good hour away from town, but it's also one of those nice, cool, beautiful, see a whole bunch of lakes, see a whole bunch of great things. But all gave me a long list of things here, so I'm gonna try to go through these as quick as I can. The big thing is to challenge everybody to come back out and help out, because it's our supports that really help make these bike things fun. And if anything, it's really the best way to practice real radio, real MCOM training kind of on the fly, because you never know what's going to happen. It was a successful event. We had 13 SAG drivers plus 2 ride-alongs. So 2 people that may be interested to or are wanting to take the next step to actually be a SAG got to play around and have fun. Weather was awesome. It increased our rider counts towards the end. He didn't give any numbers about that, but they did have 1 serious medical incident where transport to Tulsa was needed. And like I said, it's a great way to really train your income right out of the gate, because that was definitely not expected. Great job to those that helped SAG, those that helped listen for things, and those that actually got out to help out the injured riders as well. We did have our usual challenges with APRS, but the VHF comms worked well, and we had some great handoffs between NCO3 back there in the corner. Thank you, sir. And the comm trailer. Got to use our online tracking sheet so we could let Ben see what we were doing in real time. And then we also got to play with Starlink out there too, just to see how that would function with the event. As always, we have a generator fund problem that happened where the generator runs out of gas, but we're glad we did. We're able to fix an issue with the trailer, so now all the PCs won't die whenever they run out of fuel. We just keep on going. Radios already do that. Now the PCs get to live that same game. So we're really polishing up the operational procedures every time we do this. As you know, it's a learning thing. So I'll ask the same question. If you have any feedback about this event or any other events, please send him a note because he'd like to wrap up this year. And I'll add one thing. He did this new thing as a SAG that he's going to try to implement called drive, don't stage. So instead of staging in an area and staying there and waiting for commands, his concept was to stage. And as soon as riders got there, you were basically allowed to drive, go to point A, point B, ping pong back and forth, and just tell us what's going on as you're seeing it real time. So you weren't waiting for instructions. So I was skeptical, but sitting in the hot seat, I actually got to see it happen. I'm like looking forward to see it happen next year. So it was a good addition and change this year. Most of all, thank you to the volunteers and thank you all for supporting the trailer. Thank you for supporting the group and everybody else for it. Yeah.
I was in, for those that were sagging, I was in CO. I'll talk to a number of you. I've worked all but one races since sagging, I've worked all the different positions and so on. The trailer got way too hectic for me, so I watched from home. I'm kind of the backup. If you guys lose all the trailer and stuff, then hopefully I can pick it up. But this one went really smooth. I liked all the interface between command post and the SAGs. There was a time where we went through me and back and all of that went, I thought, real smooth. I was really tickled with the way this one went. And the educators contributed a bunch to the success of this one. So I got more data on that, but anyway, I collect all the data that goes on and then I try to make sense out of it, but so far I haven't been able. But I just wanted to thank everybody. I don't ever get to thank anybody. They're all gone home by the time I'm done, so. But thanks again and look forward to doing it next year.
Good. Thank you. I'm going to say something about that too with the bike rides and something we found out at Route 66. I can't say much about Route 66 right now because I don't have all the logs. I have no idea how many contacts we've made. The bands were terrible. The bands were great up till Monday. And then the rest of the week, it was, yeah, it was pretty bad.
So I'll agree with that, but I'll say, not bragging, but I have 570 contacts.
Like bragging to me.
I got one. So this is important for me. It's just mode matters in all these situations. I just want to point that out. Yes, I was on the air 18 hours a day. Okay. But I was trying to just figure out how the spectrum was working by doing that. And I was also writing software, but ultimately there's just, it's really important for all of us to sort of figure out how this works. And phone was bad. It was just really hard. There was a lot of noise in the air. At my house, I had S9, and even up in Chandler Park, I'm sure you guys had S5, S7 noise.
Yep.
And it makes it so hard to do phone.
Yeah. And towards the end of the week, a lot of people already are done.
Yeah.
So you have minimal, people searching for W6L anyway. But anyway, one of the things that we discovered, and I just want to put the bug in your ear for now. We already have one of those Honda, is it a 2200 in the trailer? It is property of the trailer. It's property of TARC. And one of the things we discovered while we were out there was that we were using Jack's generators because we had to run the air conditioner and then we had to run the radios also. They generated quite a bit of noise. And we know that because at one point he had to swap connections or something. So he shut down both the generators. Tony, KA5TRO, was right there outside the trailer on a different band, but he said the noise was 9. He said it was awful. Well, as soon as the generators shut down, his noise went away. So we know it's the generators. So we already have one Honda 2200, which they don't create any noise at all. So sometime between now and probably next year, for the bike rides next year, we are going to, I would like to vote on purchasing a second generator so that we can run the air conditioner, we can run the radios and not have
Spark gap
any of
generator,
that noise. What's that?
the spark gap transmitter, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Generator was causing the noise.
What's that?
Which generator was causing the noise?
His.
Oh, Westinghouse, okay, well.
Harbor Freight.
No more.
That's it.
Didn't we already vote on getting another Honda generator?
We voted to, yeah, because we were using Steve Childers,
Right.
AF5 ECQ. We were using his generator, not ours.
Yeah, we've been using his pair forever.
Right.
We bought one so that the club had one, but we still need to buy one
Right.
to run the whole trailer.
Yeah, that's not a Predator Harbor Freight one, but it's a actual Honda one.
It's a Honda one, and because what we were doing is we would use the club's generator that we bought. And then Steve would provide the backup from, because he had one,
Right.
the Honda. So he was able to marry those together to run on propane, and that's the long story. So,
Those are synced up, right? We got the sync cable between them.
yes, I don't know. I think we'll have to buy the generator and the sync cable, I think.
I think the one we have is the companion, so we need to buy the other one. I've got an email to Steve so we can get the price and then also do the propane piece for it.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah,
Price on one right now at Northern Tool and Supply is $1,099, $1,100.
is that like a Honda 2200?
Yeah, it's Honda 2200, same model that you just told us about, yeah.
And I know the propane kit is about $250.
Yeah.
But at this point, I don't want to commit that money to a generator yet because we are, and you're going to find out here in a minute, because of Bob W5RAB's passing and looking for someplace to park all that equipment that he had. I don't know, we don't know yet what we're gonna do with all that equipment. And if we have to rent a storage unit for a short period of time, that's gonna, take money out of the treasury. So sometime, we won't use it. Then the next big event, besides the Tinkerfest coming up this weekend, the next big event is Winter Field Day. We won't need air conditioning for Winter Field Day.
You don't think so, huh?
However, this is Oklahoma. This is Oklahoma, so I'm,
Might need the heater though.
you never know. So anyway, we will be discussing that at a later date. Getting approval for that. Let's see, and we talked about the Tinkerfest, about the generator. Okay, I think David, you're up. Yep, sure, come on up.
So I'm David, N5DMK, for those that don't know. Paul, WB5ANX, and I are kind of the repeater maintenance team. And as he just said, our fearless leader, Bob, W5RAB, passed away July 25th. So he has a shop, it's about 80 by 40, full of repeater gear. I mean, just packed to the gills. Paul and I have been going up there every week, trying to get as much as we can, get things sorted. We brought about 7 truckloads back. It's in my grandmother's garage right now. It's not exactly the ideal place, but we are looking for some storage. So if you guys have a spot, know a spot, anything like that, we are all ears. Obviously, we would want it to be somewhat long-term because it is a lot of stuff to move. So it's not something we want to be like shifting around from spot to spot, a lot. Hopefully at least 10 years minimum. About 10 by 20 is probably what we need minimum. I mean, it is a lot of stuff. And repeaters aren't small, they're about that big, but about that tall, but about that big. And he has pallets practically of them. And they don't all work. So we're having to go through and see which ones are good, which ones are bad, trying to get parts off of them. But it's just a lot of gear. And we obviously don't want to lose it because Bob put a lot of effort into collecting all this stuff, keeping repeaters on the air. I don't know if you guys know, we have about 30 pieces of equipment out there at about 12 different sites. So yeah, most clubs have maybe 3 repeaters at maybe 1 or 2 sites. We've got 30 at 12 sites, all across northeastern Oklahoma. So it's not just here in Tulsa, it's Ponca City, you know, Stillwater, Manford, Mounds, you know, it's just everywhere. So if anybody has a spot, we are more than open to looking at it, checking it out, you know, air conditioned or not even air conditioned, but maintained not at 120 in the middle of summer would be great because it's just not great for repeater gear. It's not good for cables and stuff to just be sitting in the heat. A lot of the stuff we're finding, you know, you open it up and it just crumbles. So if we could find something like that, that would be great. Like Mark talked about, we've thought about storage. That's about 160 a month. So that would bleed our fund pretty quickly over the years. So we really don't want to do that. So if you guys have any suggestions, options, we are all ears. We have thought about a Connex container, maybe doing something like that, insulating the inside of it, just putting a window unit, not to really air condition it, but just to knock it down, you know, keep it maybe 80, 85 would be great. Yeah.
In 19, we moved in, we built a house, we put all of our stuff in big, huge shipping containers, these 40-foot things.
That's what we're thinking.
We were supposed to be a 3-month thing, it took into an 18-month thing. Long story, my builder went to jail for robbing banks. Good. Just a side note. Anyway, down, we had 2 of those. One of them sealed up real well and the other one not so well. The not so well thing was just absolutely overrun with mold. Yeah, I threw a lot of stuff away. Good stuff. By the way, I've got a huge TV. Not a smart TV, but I got a great big one and I'll deliver it if you want it. But I stopped using it because the mold was so bad, but yeah, you really need to think about that some way. We put desiccant stuff in there that we advertise on TV and the little buckets of falls on and that still didn't help us.
Yeah. That's why, like I said, if we could put an air conditioner in there, not so much to air condition it, but just to keep the temperatures lower, you know, mitigate some of the mold.
Water out of the air.
Yeah.
Airflow would be great.
Dehumidifier or something running in that thing all the time.
Yeah.
As long as you got metal that's heat and cold and everything, you're gonna have condensation.
Yeah, so that's why we'd like to spray foam the inside of it to try to mitigate some of that. But again, all of this is cost. You know, the Connex container, we would want to get a used one in the sense that it's been used multiple times. They sell one use, you know, it comes from China to here and then they sell it. That would be ideal. But that's $3,000, $3,500.
Yeah.
Easy.
I've had to price these.
Yeah, they've gone up lately. I know.
It's gonna be maybe more like 5, but I mean,
yeah,
and one that's guaranteed to be watertight.
yeah. And then insulating it, spray foam's not cheap, as you guys know. Running the air conditioner is a continuous electric bill. We did go look at one place here recently, but not sure how that's gonna work up in the air. So like I said, we're open to options. Yeah.
One other thing, our house is, anyway, we foam our house all the way around. Foam, plus a barn that's 32 by 40 with 16-foot ceiling in it. We foam that whole thing, and the cost for that was almost the same as that whole green stuff that you put in there. So when you're looking at, you need to look at all the options. I think the foam thing's wonderful.
Yeah, that's kind of the way we're leaning.
My bills have been real low for that because of that.
Yeah, one of the places we went and looked at, it wasn't actually available to us, but he spray foamed his garage. The site that he kind of recommended to us was not spray foamed. But yeah, the spray foam side was what, maybe 80 in there?
Oh, it's comfortable.
I mean,
yeah.
Amazing difference compared to the non-spray foam side. So
my barn, I don't air condition or anything to it, but it doesn't get over 85.
Yeah.
In that barn.
Yeah, so we might be able to get away with just spray foaming it.
But you needed
Metal container sitting out in the Oklahoma sun, you never know, you know, it gets hot. So yeah, if you guys have any options or suggestions, we are all ears. So,
Yep.
so yeah, that's kind of the story so far.
Okay, thanks, David.
Yep.
One of the things with this too, the reason that they're having to collect, part of the reason that they're having to collect so much of this stuff from Bob's Place is, like I said, there's 12 repeater sites now.
Yeah.
And Paul is working diligently with some of these other clubs, Bartlesville, Fort Smith, Oklahoma City, to get get them to take over some of these repeaters as well. And as it stands right now, and I don't know if this is gonna change or not, but our repeater count, I think, is gonna go up to, because all of those repeaters that Bob had, that were in his name, are, I shouldn't say all of them, most of them are gonna be transferred over to TARC. So now, instead of having 12, we're gonna have 20 something, 24, I think. 24 repeaters around, and it's just a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of stuff to keep them all going. So, you know, we're looking at anything at this point. We don't want to do a building. I mean, we could have the land, but if we do a building, if something happens to the homeowner, well, that building's gonna stay there. Now we got to get everything out of there. At least if we have a container, excuse me, if we have a container, we can, it'll cost us $1,000, but we can move it someplace else. But we haven't even got that far yet. So anyway, we are running out of room, storing it in David's grandmother's garage. And so we're gonna need to do something here pretty quick. And we may end up just having to rent a storage space for 6 months or a few months until we can find a place or get something, you know, get something that we can use. But we just don't want to do it long-term because it's just too much money. This costs way too much. So anyway, like I said, we'll look at anything. Or if you know somebody that has a warehouse or has a building, I mean, we would even pay somebody at a reduced rate instead of paying $160 a month. Okay, well, you know, if somebody's got a big storage building and we can put our stuff in there, we would pay, you know, maybe we'd pay $50 a month. Now we're only looking at $600 a year instead of $1,800 a year. So, which would be doable.
How far do you think you'd be willing to go, or we would be willing to go, meaning if it were not in Tulsa County, if it were in 45 minutes away?
I would say that's not ideal.
It's not ideal if it were free.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make do with what we can get, you know, I mean, we have to. But yeah, I mean, going to a site, it takes, you know, a couple hours most of the time, at least 3-4 hours at the site. So if you gotta drive an hour to get the gear, an hour back, then wherever the site is, which some of the sites are an hour, hour and a half away, you know, your day is almost gone by the time you get there.
Definitely not ideal.
By the time you get there, yeah, you're maybe 2-3 hours.
I'm just thinking, I'm spitballing some ideas in my head, but I'll see if it even is something. It probably isn't, but there's a chance I know something that might be.
Yeah, I can tell you every time we've gone to a repeater site thinking it would take, you know, an hour, it's taken 3.
Yeah.
You know, we think it'll take 3, it takes all day. So there's always things that come up. And troubleshooting, we didn't bring one piece, you know, there's so many tools you have to bring. There's a lot of test equipment, you know, to bring. So yeah, we run into that a lot. So ideally, if we can keep it somewhere close to Tulsa so we can go maybe 15 minutes at most, grab the stuff, get out there, get back. So a lot of times we'll come back and then drop it back off at the site, you know. So ideally around Tulsa, but I mean, if we find a really good setup that's 30-45 minutes away, you know, if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do.
You know, one of the important details about FCC licensing is we have exactly 30 minutes to resolve an RF conflict with any other commercial station or whatever. And so the moment I hear about it, I've got 30 minutes to turn something off. And so this is why we have to be very careful about how much stuff we have where and who can help us and who can be responsible for where and how to turn it off. Bob's call sign was on most of these other things, not W5IS. And so he was responsible and he knew this and he had himself positioned and his path to things set up to work for him at his location. And so this is, you know, I'm not trying to throw any kind of, you know, bad thing here, but it's just ultimately, we really need to think through what we're gonna do here with all this equipment and how we're gonna help each other together manage keeping these systems up and running and
I know one of the things that they're looking at doing too, because Bob had telco racks or repeater racks. I don't know how many he had, probably a boatload of them.
10, 12, probably.
So that's more than a boatload. Yeah. So one of the things that Paul was thinking about doing was just taking one of those racks out and filling it up with spares. And go to another site, take a rack with them, fill it up with spares, and try and just fly under the radar, for the owner.
Likely we'll still do that. The 850 site at 41st and Lynn Lane is a great site. And we think we might be able to just slip another rack in there and fill it with gear. And nobody will really know that that gear is not doing anything. So
They do an inventory, once a year out
they
there.
say they do, but I haven't really seen the sticker.
Hey, it's like they say,
Like 91.
it's like they say, you do it until they tell you no.
They only care what's on the tower, not what's
It's-
not usually.
It's a lot easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. Yeah, Andrew.
There's space at the sites to put a container.
No.
No.
And we don't own the site. I mean, some sites the tower companies own, some GRDA own. And yeah, we can't do that. That's
It would be great if we could go to GRDA or go to SBA or go to, whoever owns the
we
site.
don't want to rock the boat with SBA at all.
We don't want to
We
let.
are very grandfathered in on that tower, and we don't want to contact them, talk to them at all. We have permission that's way grandfathered back. Even the tower climbers, we got tower climbers that were already certified with SBA, so all they had to do was let SBA know they'd be on the tower. They didn't really have to tell them why they were on the tower. So that's how we got the 1.7 antenna replaced.
It's a chess match. It's a real game. It really is. So anyway, keep that in mind. If you come up with anything, thank you, James. Let us know. Keep us.
It may not be a thing, but it might be. If it's free, it's free, and I think.
Well, yeah, free is important, but also size is important. It's got to be big enough,
Not big.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. This is overkill if it works.
Okay.
It may not, but.
All right, well, it's worth looking at.
Talk to Paul.
Yeah.
I will. I've talked to him all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Where is he tonight? Is it a concert?
James Taylor.
James Taylor, that's right, yeah. Dog.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Next thing I want to hit on for just a few minutes, this is coming up, so it's really a calendar item. On October 4th is the simulated emergency test. It's the annual simulated emergency test on Saturday, October 4th. It runs from 9 to noon. Who's done the test before, the SET before? Okay, it's been a few of you. Hopefully there'll be a few more this year. This is an exercise designed to test our communications gear, our knowledge of processes, and following commands from net control. These are Paul's notes, by the way. This is something that is a part of the Aries Tulsa task book. So if you're working on your task book, this will meet that requirement. And since this only comes once a year, it would be a good thing to get it done. The exercise will include voice, digital, and WinLink. We will have more information in the coming week or so. And for now, it's just a date on your calendar, Saturday, October 4th. So be there. And if you're an Aries volunteer, yes, you should be there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna flip something here because we're doing real good on time. Robert, what's the status on the, is the room, the shop open again?
No, it's scheduled to be open on the next meeting night. And right now, we're looking at adding a hoodie and a jacket. So it depends on if they have enough time to get it ready and still meet Christmas time delivery, or if we may need to back it up 1 week early so it can be Christmas time. And as soon as I have that information, I will give it to you. And there are some pictures of what they look like as well.
Okay. Good. I'm sorry, go ahead. You're thinking something else. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, when you get the pictures, send them to Jacklet so he can put them up on the Send them to me. Too. Yeah, send them to me and him.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking it, but they're gonna be in the link on the website anyway to go to the shop to see the pictures there, so it's not gonna matter, but send them to me, we'll put them in the newsletter.
Okay.
Next time. So what would be the deadline?
It's either the third, November meeting, third week in November.
Okay.
If they can do that and meet the delivery for Christmas time, that's great. We don't change anything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll go a week early if that'll get them to Christmas deadline without a problem.
All right, cool. Okay, and if anybody's looking for some nice shirts, you know, that say Tulsa Amateur Radio Club on them and your name and your call sign, you know, they have them. I see there's a lot of people wearing them.
Yep.
Okay, we do have well, August was the ice cream social, but August is supposed to be the date that we have a nominating committee. I have contacted all of the officers and confirmed that they are all, excuse me, willing to come back for 2026. And typically I would hand this over to Steve Childers. He has been the parliamentarian for the last 5 years, but he has opted out of that this year. So Andrew has taken over, will take over, is taking over as the parliamentarian. And so it's really should be a fairly quick thing unless somebody else is interested in taking over my position or first vice president, second vice president. You know, then we can vote on that. But all of the officers have agreed to stay for 2026. But we still need to take nominees. So I'm just putting this bug in your ear also. We will not vote until November. The November meeting will be the time that we'll vote. So if you're interested, contact Andrew. What's your email address?
w5aws@youth.startmail.com.
Okay.
And it's on the website.
And it's on the website. Yes. So the other thing related to that, it's not an officer position, but it's an appointed position, is the public service liaison, which Bart is currently, and he is opting out for 2026. So Bart, if you want to mention a few things about what the public service liaison does and all that, that would be great.
Yeah, for those who didn't already know, I am opting out because of health reasons. I'm in kidney failure and trying to get a new kidney. I'll go to the transplant center tomorrow to continue my efforts in that area. I'm on home dialysis now. So that makes it fairly easy. So it's not a huge overhead, but it is one of those things that I have to take into consideration. Plus, if I do get called for a kidney, that's an immediate thing. So somebody needs to be ready to jump in and take this work. And what it involves is just maintaining contacts with the various 8 folks that we help support, particularly with bike rides. Paul has been an excellent backup and all that, and is well dialed in, so you wouldn't be out there on the island by yourself. And to the extent that I don't get called for a kidney immediately or relatively soon, I would also be glad to help out and answer any questions and do anything. The biggest event that I get involved in, a little step at a time, is the Tulsa Tough, because of the number of folks that we deal with at the Tulsa Tough event, which is in early June. The planning and conversations for that start generally in early May, and start making logistics arrangements and all that good stuff. So anybody that's interested in it, please feel free to talk to me, talk to Mark, and we can fill you in on further details. And as I said, I'm available as much as I can for backup, and we'll go from there.
Okay, well, thank you for all the years that you've put in so far. How many years have you been public service liaison?
Well, let's see, probably about 10, ever since I stopped being president.
Yeah.
2015, 2016, somewhere around there.
Well, thank you for your service. Yeah, so let me know about that. We're also looking at, and the public service liaison, it's an appointed position, I believe. It's not a true officer position. It's an appointed position. Advisor, yeah. So let me know ASAP, since he may be called away at any moment. And
Fingers crossed.
yeah. So let me know as soon as possible and we'll get you going. One of the other things that we're looking at, probably not until January of next year, one of the other positions that we're looking at, which would also be an appointed position, would be, call it an event coordinator. Kind of like a public service liaison, but not quite. They would handle a lot of the logistical stuff. Kind of like the Maker Faire, Tinkerfest, maybe helping out Jack with field day, those kind of things. And, or 2 or 3 people would be great. Having several event coordinators would be wonderful. And then we're working on a couple of other appointed positions because we're getting so busy and we're getting so big that we've just got a lot of stuff going on. One of the other things that we have put together is a trailer team. The trailer has now been moved from Steve's place up north of Sand Springs over to Riverside Drive by the soccer fields, south of 101st. Yeah, south of 101st by the soccer fields. It's parked there now. And Tim, who's not here, he typically sits up in that front chair. He has graciously offered us a small, very small, it's only an 8 by 10. Excuse me, we have one wall on that. We're going to put a storage rack in there and probably fill that up with things that will come and go out of the trailer. So that if, we need the trailer, we can put stuff in there, and if field day comes around, we can load it up with, whatever we need out of the storage facility, or out of the that little storage room. So that's where the trailer is now. And something else I was going to say about that. Oh, yes, we now have a trailer team. There's 8 hams. Who's on the trailer team? No, you are. No, you are. You are. David is. It's about half of them. So what we're going to do is have Steve come down, since Steve knows the trailer inside and out, and we want to get him to share that knowledge with a few other people. And so he is going to come down with 8 people in the trailer, 9 people including Steve. We're probably going to split them up into 2 groups, and they're going to get all of that knowledge out of Steve's head on how the trailer works. And so we will have a trailer team, 8 people. We've got several now. Now Cody can tow it, and Jack can tow it. Paul can tow it. Somebody else can tow it too, and I can't remember. Rusty can tow it, which is good because we want to have people around that can tow the trailer. So I would say if you're interested in the trailer team, let me know, but we've already got 8. I think that's plenty right now, and unless that changes and people start to drop off for some reason. But that's what we're doing with the trailer. So how many Aries volunteers do we have in here? Okay, good. All right. So you should be checking into the Thursday night Aries net. We're averaging about 22 to 23, somewhere around there. You don't have to check in every night, every Thursday night, but at least maybe, try a couple of times a month would be great. The dates and times and the frequencies are on here because it changes. And And then, like I said, if you're an Aries volunteer, you should be volunteering for the simulated emergency test too. And along with that, on the back of your agenda, this is our current frequency list. It should be in your radios. If it's not, put it in your radios. Because if we have an event or we have something going on and, you know, we may say, well, you know, so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, go to channel 10. Well, if you don't have these in your radio, you're not gonna know where channel 10 is. And good luck if you have to program it in the field, on the fly, and you've never done it before. So please, put this in your radios, put it in your mobile, put it in your handhelds, put it in all of your radios. Keep this handy. Is this on the website too? I think it is, isn't it?
I was about to ask.
Yep.
So this is this is standardized in a channel format then where they'll
It
have
is.
to use channel numbers?
This is the latest. If we need channel numbers, I mean, if
If
we,
we've got an interference station, we need to run the fox hunt really quick. We may just tell everyone to meet somewhere to go work on that.
Oh, okay.
yep. Or, you know, in the essence of time, rather than saying, go to this frequency, 443.850 with the PL of blah, blah, and then they can't hear it. So, well, you just go to channel, whatever. So much easier.
In the old days, we would say, hey, everyone, we're gonna go over to Rockies and have a beer. Right, and then that meant go to 3-9. And that's where everyone would go. So
Okay.
it's just, there's just stuff like that that used to happen because we didn't have interference stations that we just couldn't get rid of. Cool.
We still do on 850. We've got a heckler on there. And so just so you know, but ignore him, ignore him, ignore him. Do not say anything.
Do not engage with them ever.
Do not engage with him.
There's a guy on the Facebook page talking about how you could track him down.
Really?
Yeah, something he could figure out exactly which repeater he was chirping in on.
I don't know how we can do that.
I don't know. Jack was talking about getting a, too, weren't you?
We can't talk about things. Yes.
Yeah.
That's number 26. Channel 26, 442-850.
443-850.
Oh, on that one.
31.
He's on the super link.
Oh.
He's on the super link.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Get that shirt off.
Yeah, anyway, enough about that. Upcoming meetings and events, like I said, we've got the Tinker Fest coming up Saturday. That's not right. It says 9 a.m., but it's really 9:30. If you can't make it, at least be at home. What frequency do you want to use, Peter? You know, that's not your thing. We will use 1.7. We use 1.7. So if you monitor 1.7, you can help make contacts. Like I said, something for your calendar, October 4th, 9 a.m. to noon. The next tech night is October 7th. I highlighted that in yellow because we're gonna go back to 7 o'clock. There were too many people that were showing up at 7 o'clock instead of 6:30. So we've moved it back to 7 o'clock. So keep that in mind. If you show up at 6:30, you're gonna be sitting here for half an hour. And I don't have anything yet. We could just do an open forum, but if somebody has an idea or wants to present something for the next tech night, holler, let me know. We'll be happy to accommodate you. And then same thing for the next TARC meeting, October 21st. I don't have anything scheduled for that right now. So again, if somebody wants to present or something, I'm gonna try and see if I can line up somebody between now and then.
I think that's trying to do Ben's.
Yes, yeah, Ben is gonna be here.
Ben, I was thinking that we would do your member spotlight next month. Something together, that PowerPoint, and I'll give it to you, and then we'll be able to razzle dazzle these people. Yeah. Yeah, we're all over it. Don't worry about it.
October 21st,
Planned.
7 o'clock, not 6:30, 7 o'clock. Yeah, sure. Yes, sir.
October 18th is also Scouting's Jamboree on the Air,
Yes. Is that Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
And you have a,
September 27th is the Scout Camporee. We can use some people on a Saturday.
and you're taking the trailer?
On 27th, yes, and most likely, I don't know about the Jody yet, because I may not be there now, so it's coming soon.
Okay, but we got time to work on that.
Yeah, I'll be at both events, because I'm actually the K2BSA licensee for the Jamboree on the 27th.
Are you able to pull the trailer? You have something to pull the trailer with?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, there's others around the can, so hopefully you can find somebody that is available. Haul it out there. Let's see. Anybody work Route 66 on the air? Besides Jack?
You?
Yeah. I know you do.
I did.
You did?
I got one.
Yes.
From home.
That's good.
Not to be bragging,
I did ask if anybody worked Route 66 on the air. One counts.
And the bands for me were open the wrong direction. I just.
It's terrible.
A week ago Tuesday, so that was after my CW class.
It was really, the Monday night was great. I was on 20 meters until about 11 o'clock. And it was great because I'd work New England, and then it would shift over to Wisconsin and Michigan and Minnesota, and then it would shift over to the West Coast, to Washington, Oregon, Northern California. And then all of a sudden it would shift back to New England. It was weird. It was just kind of all over the place. But it was great. It was wonderful. So. Anybody have anything else?
Hefting, October 18th, 10 a.m. in this room. I think everybody has a license, so nobody can get a license.
Yeah.
You want to upgrade?
I've upgraded already, thank you. I do have some stuff that was donated. This is for sale. Because I do have to give the money back to the person. There was a gentleman, an elderly gentleman, who he has onset dementia. And he and his wife had decided that they were going to divest themselves of all the ham equipment while he still, could remember the stories. And yeah, this is working, this is not. He had a set of Drake twins. They're in really good condition. And also, and the power supply and the speaker that went with it. And also 3 other matching transceivers and 2 transmitters, I think. So you get a good deal. These were working and it's like, a dagger through my heart having to have him sit there, and I'm taking all his, ham radio stuff out of his room. So if anybody's interested, they are for sale. And
It's all Drake stuff?
what's that?
It's all Drake?
It's all Drake. Yep.
Right.
It's all Drake, and around 500, give or take.
Okay.
Give or take a little bit. There's also a speech processor that he used. That's, if you want to just take it, I mean, that's fine too. Or just donate something to them. There's also it's primarily for CW, a filter, an audio filter that if you do CW, it's a great way to filter out all the other noise. And that's just kind of, whatever you want to pay. There is also a preamplifier. I don't know anything about this. It's an Amico, which is decent. They've been around for years.
Yeah.
An Amico preamplifier. Let's see what else. There's an Astron power supply. I think it's a switching power supply. Yes, it is. It is a switching power supply. It's 15 amps. We'll provide 15 minutes. And then there is a amplifier, a 10 tech amplifier. And this is like their gold series. As far as I know, this works. And the guy about 3 or 4 years ago paid about almost $2,000 for it. And he'd like to get somewhere on the high side of 1,000, maybe 1,200 for it. But it is a classic amplifier because it's part of the gold series.
Is that solid state?
I don't know.
What's you?
I don't know if it is or not. But it's a 10 tech Titan number 42, series 42.
The 240 volt.
I don't know. I think it is. Yes, I think it's 240. But anybody that's interested, you can take the page and you can look it up. So you've got the model number and everything. Let's see. You have one of the Go boxes, right? That you're going to bring to the Tinkerfest. You have the other Go box?
He has the 991.
Yes, he has the 991. So we'll get that from him. There's badges up here. I know you've got one up here. And I think you've got one up here. Gabe, you've got one. No, I'm sorry, wrong Gabe. Anything else? Any of the other officers have anything? Or anybody else have anything? Going once, going twice? Motion to adjourn?
Motion is there.
85 SMF.
5 Sierra Mike.
Thank you.
And second?
85 EHM. K5 EHM.
All right, we're adjourned. Thanks. An hour. We've got an
Thank you.
All right.
That was fun. Yeah, we're gonna be busy.
Gotta quit my stuff.
Jack.
You might want
New ones are step by step.
I wish you'd have put.
Oh. Yeah. Good roads, Echo Mike 16.
Am I looking that bad?
Not here.
That's how I feel.
All right. You know, you set up that deal.
Yeah, I got all that. Got everything.
If we can get him, walk up to the door. Don't make us call him.
Well, the other one is in black. It's good square. 6.
Put the repeater.
Yeah, play it.
We're Echo Mike 25. 26, I'm 25.
He's turning off the 85 transmitter.
Joe Gorkos.
One way to do it, but then he still knows.
3. Digital encoding thing. Well. Everybody use those.
Willie's telling Gorkos, who I think lives in Sand Spring.
After he had the dialysis.
Maybe we need 5 kc deviation.
So it looks like.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to be blocked.